Well, good morning and welcome to Manic Fishing. So I'm out off of Port Solent. I've come out. This is a little mark I've been given. All I want to do really today is just catch a couple of wrasse. This is where I've been told I should find them. We're virtually on slack water, so I'm just going to get my rod set up. I'm going to try my little rod with me drift slow pitch jig on. It's only, what are we in here, 28 foot of water, so there's not a great deal of water here. Let's just get this a little bit different. So I'm using two charts. So I've got a C-map reveal on here and I've got Navionics on there. There's a buoy right next to me there I've got to just be aware of. I'm going to try my little lure rod, my 5 to 28, and I'm going to use my zero temple reef and just have a little play. I'm going to get the net down because you know what it's like, you get something half decent and I don't want to lose it, so I'll get the net down, get myself all set up, see exactly what we're doing. I'll move myself around and hopefully we'll catch a fish. Now I've got my little faithful drift on here, weedless, so I'm going to try this, but I might scale down. I've got some gulp in there, I might try that, you know, just have a mess about really, see what's happening. Right, let's get ourselves set up. I'm quite close to a buoy there, so I'm going to move myself around, get onto this bank and just have a little play, see if I can aggravate some wrasse. Right, some really nice lumpy ground here, so just on a 6 to 12 rod. Make sure I got my clutch set about right. Want them to take line, so let's just have a little play, just see what's going on. As I said, really and truthfully, I had no intentions of fishing at all this weekend. All the lads are down, so what we're we're only in 17 foot of water. So I'm on a weedless, it's quite a rocky bit of ground this, so you know, don't know, you might catch a little bass up on here or whatever. We'll have a go down with the slow pitch, but I reckon I can scale right down. I've got some, I think I've got some light ones here, some real light ones. Want something nice and light and attractive. What we got? We've even got a Manic lure here. We'll give that bad boy a go. He's a killer. We'll get that one out ready. I like the Manics. And we got a little Jimmy. Oh yeah, look, here's a nice little drift one. This is a nice little Candy Crush one. So we'll get this one on. This is only I think it's only about a 40 gram. That's all we need down here, you know. Right, Skip's here, he's a good boy. So as I say, we're not really moving at all, you know, because we're on slack water. When that water starts to pick up a little bit, we may get a little bit of action. What I'll do while the tide's doing nothing, we'll try these. These are a little 10 gram drift. Let's put this little bad boy on. I'm just using a fast clip today because it's you know, it's just easier. So I think what I'll do is I'll move myself around into the middle of this this sort of, it's just like a sort of light little reef thing. This ain't my backyard at all, you know what I mean? Like I just got given this mark. I saw Adam Kirby at the gate and he's the man, but you know, obviously he's got to get his registration and everything else done, otherwise I think he would have come out with me. But I'm hoping he may ping me a couple of marks. But let's get myself back into this thing a little bit and we'll have a go. Right, so what I've done is I've just moved myself in, going down with this little old this little real 10 gram light jig. As I say, we're only in 27 foot of water. This is a drift, this is a new one they've bought out. So there's some guys on a boat next to me. So look, that's going down lovely. It's a nice colour, I like the green, you know. What a flat, calm day, eh? Beautiful. I don't think it's going to be like this at this competition. They're fishing it tomorrow and Saturday, and I'm going to come back on the Sunday, and I think that the weather's going to be a bit horrendous coming back, but the wind will be behind me and the tide will be with me, so we should sail back, hopefully. Might be a bit bumpy. I'll change, I've got a slow jig. Oh yeah, I've got a nice little slow jig there. I'll try and change that in a minute. We'll have a go down with that. Let's do a bit of multitasking, eh? Put that there a minute. You watch that scream off while I'm changing this. Snap me rod. With a slow pitch, you always, well, it's best to use a solid ring, but I'll be honest with you, these are so fine, these ones. I haven't got pliers that'll they'll open them ones. My pliers are too big for my split ring pliers are too big for those. So yeah, I mean, it's quite pleasant down here. I'm doing a video for Manic Boat Adventures as well. You know, I'll have a walk round. I'm a little bit I'm not very confident about doing that that channel, I must admit, walking around with a camera to the different restaurants and that. It's all a bit new to me, you know. The fishing is easy, isn't it? This is what I do, but I'm a little bit conscious, you know, of you know, a lot of people are confident about doing it. I'm sure I'll get my confidence up. As you know, if you've watched my channel from the start, I was pretty shit at it to start with, and stumbling and whatever else. I've got a little bit more confidence in it now, but you know, so we're coming across like a little rocky area in a minute. As I said, I've got two different charts on. I've got my CMAP reveal on the back and I've got Navionics on the front. Two different grounds to look at, you know, with a lot of weed and junk in the water. It's not like in Eastbourne where you've got, well, we haven't really got a great deal of May rock, but you get a lot of weed up here. It's not great. So come on, we got a little bit of bleeping. It's typical. The guys from UDEC have turned up and they said, where are you? And obviously I'm out here fishing. It'd be great to snarl a wrasse. So Adam sort of showed me another area a bit further in, but I'm a bit nervous really of, I don't know the depth. I don't want to grind, you know, ground. Let's just leave that one there a minute. I know I shouldn't do this, but let's just have a play with this slow pitch while I'm messing about. Make sure my clutch is set. I've got to clean these reels up. It's disgraceful really, the way I treat them. So where that bleeping is, obviously my transducer's right here. So obviously that bleeping is there underneath me. So this, I tend to find that this really aggravates the wrasse. If you can get close to it, you know, like I think they go for, they're more territorial. They don't like anything near them. I don't necessarily think they're like feeding as such, you know. I think they just don't like anything near them. It's supposed to be some really big balance here. I know what this jig does. So I'm just doing nice little flicks, trying to keep to the much to the bottom as I can. Let's give that loads of clutch just in case that I catch something on that, on the snap rod. I'm in the process of editing a video. When I went out in Eastbourne fishing these little U-boats and submarines, sort of, I don't know, just over a quarter of a way through it, so that should be out for you on Monday if I get my finger out. So it's nice to try and get one in now. And then the Manic Boat Adventures video is exactly the same as the one I put out on Manic Fishing, except at the beginning it just says hello, welcome to Manic boat fishing, but you know, I'm trying to get that little channel up. It's very, very hard to start. Oh, there you go. Oh no, I just nipped the bottom. Very hard to get a channel going, you know. Oh, thought that was something. Very, very small hooks on there, and for a small jig, it's got 2 assist hooks. They are brilliant. Drift, I love them. Skip's been a good boy. As I said, I can't bring the old girl anymore. She's too old. She's all right on a day's fishing, but she can't come on these big trips, unfortunately. She's nearly 15. There you go. I think she's nearly 15. Let's just let go, I think. Oh no. We got something there, but I don't think it's anything of any size. Let's just give it a... Oh, it's going away. Might be like I think it's a mackerel, I'll be honest. Well, I said to Adam I'll try and get him one. Oh, there you go, massive. Quite a nice size one on a slow jig. I'll keep him for bait for my mate. So that's what that knocking might be down that all that bleeping down there might just be mackerel, but I don't care really. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? I'll say if you got one about £10, if I like anything, my little barracudas. Yeah, there you go. That feels different, but it is a mackerel. Oh no, it's a little wrasse. Oh, so fantastic. So it's only a baby. Try and hold them because they're quite spiky. Come out, Skip. Right, let's get him back. No, dog's a little bugger. Well, that's what we wanted anyway. But we want his dad, don't we, really? That's what we want to do, is try and aggravate these little buggers. It's quite harrowing coming in, you know, coming into the into Port Solent. There's quite a lot of obstacles. I'll be honest with you, I set up that route and I follow the route in, you know, it gives me the safe route in, but there's twists and turns, and you know, when you're not used to it, and I know, I mean, I don't have to do that, but if you're going to Gun Wolf, you go to the ballast pile. Oh, there you go, it was a little knot. You go to the ballast pile and then you, oh yeah, there you go, that's better. So that one feels better. Well, that's not a mackerel. Oh, beautiful. Let's see if I can lift him in. I don't want to lose them, but it doesn't justify the net. Well, there you go. Okay. Get down, Skip. Skip. Little bugger he is. Right, it's quite slimy and they're quite spiky. I've caught him through the eye. Well, at least we're in the right area. So let's get him back. And you slap him back because he had his like a little swim bladder out on him, and if you smack them back, they seem to go back okay, and that one's just flied off. So we're in the right area. I've kept him in there because he's being a nuisance, isn't it? He gets all excited. Poor old Skip. But he causes some aggro, doesn't he? Right. So the slow pitch is doing it. So let's just keep going down with this. I should wind that one in really. Oh, bird's nest. Right, that's it. So we want a nice daddy one, don't we? So I keep seeing, you won't see them, but I keep seeing like, they're not man of war, but they're like little jellyfish floating around. Yeah, there you go. That's another one. You just make sure to take your time with it. Make sure you've got clutch on. You know, it's enough clutch for it to take. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Beautiful looking. I'm going to net this one. That looks absolutely stunning. Beautiful. And that is a lovely, lovely looking rat. Beautiful. Look at that. Look at the colours on that. Look at the colours on that beauty. That's absolutely stunning. So let's try and get a picture of him. Lovely. Right, let's get him back. Got not big old gnashers on them. Look at that. Beautiful. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reel this rod in. I'm not going to use this. Let's reel this one in so it's out of the way. Put this one here. And let's just concentrate on the slow pitch, because the drift is nailing them. What a fantastic looking fish. Yeah, and they fight super. They're great fun. Absolutely blinding. As I said, I spoke to Adam earlier and I said they don't get cuckoos down here, or very few and far between, but we get loads down. We get every single variety of wrasse there is to get. I think they get the little cork wing here, and they get the Balian. The colours and the markings on it, absolutely incredible. Skip's been banned. He's looking out the window, all sorry for himself. Yeah, there you go. So just be nice and gentle. Wants to tail line, let it tail line, you know. Be nice and gentle, because I don't want to blow them. Well, we're not in a depth of water, but they do blow quite easy. I'll probably lift this one in. Go. Another one. Nice. That was a silly thing to do. That nearly got that hook nearly went right in my finger then. Right, so let's get him off. Look, he bled me. Alright. That blood there is off of me. Right, let's get him back. Let's come off my finger. Look. But that hook went right in my finger then. Very, very sharp. So he was just floundering then. Now he's just gone back. So I think if you slap them on the belly, you know, it revives them. You know, you don't dart them, because I think it almost shocks them, you know. Well, this little jig is doing the business, isn't it, today? Yeah, there you go. Another one. You stay there, you little monkey. Not very big, but oh, it's just come off. Oh well, the one that got away. So we're certainly in their area, aren't we? Little gentle flicks. If anything, you want to, there you go. If anything, you want to sort of bang it on the bottom, and that feels a bit better. Obviously, I've got my clutch set, so I'm not bullying him. Just take him nice and slow. If he wants to go, he'll go. So we might net this one. I don't want to lose it. And I've got a much smaller net now because that other one was too much for me. So there you go. Yeah, another nice one. Right, now we're slapping back, and then they go back. They revive, you know. Hopefully. It's floating a little bit, that one. I might just look, now he's gone. So now he was just floundering on the top then, and then he dived. So they're slightly different to pollock. Look, straight in. Oh, that feels better. That was straight in, so I must have hit that on the way down. Oh, that feels much better. Let's just tighten the clutch slightly. I don't want to go silly with it. That feels much better. Almost fighting like a bass, but it's not. What is it? It is a bass. Come there, belly. There you go. So that's better. Now you couldn't help yourself jumping out of that window, could you? Now, these nets are designed. Right, you get in. Now, in. So he nailed that, and you could see that the way that went off was totally different to the wrasse. Let's try and get this hook out of him. Oh, got a hook in me now. So super sharp hooks, really bony, beautiful. Right, so we're still on this just little area here. We'll just continue, and well, that hit it straight on the way down. Great fun. Yeah, we're just on a rough patch of ground. Shut that window up. I'm not having you jumping out again. You get in there, you. He likes the bass. He likes the bass, he likes the conger, and he likes the tope and smooth hounds, all the ones that really will do him a bit of damage. You know, the spikes will hurt him, the tope will bite him, and the congers will snap his leg. But he's pretty good. When you tell him to get in, he will get in, you know. There you go. Oh, that's better. So that feels like a bass. That screamed off that. So stay there, you. So it's gone right up the front of the boat. That's a. Oh no, it's a wrasse. Little wrasse. Let's just lift him in. There you go. Right, now we're slapping back. and then they tend to go back. So he's floundering on the top at the minute. Now you watch, because his swim bladder's up. What they did in Costa Rica, you'll see him in a minute, he'll go back down. What they did in Costa Rica is they actually put a like a steel straw, and they put it up their anal, and it popped that he'll go back in a minute. You watch. Here he goes, look. And he's off. See him flicking? I don't know if you can see that on the camera. I thought there was a bass the way that went. You know, anybody who you know, who don't like wrasse fishing, I don't know what's up with you. It's a bit, you know, like I was talking to another friend of mine. He says you don't like bream fishing. Bream fishing's awesome. I think you'll regret saying that, Grant. But bream fishing is awesome. So much fun. It's no good doing it on a 12 to 20 rod. You want a nice, you know, a little lure rod's ideal, a little light one like I've got, or my big old Artico rod. You know, great fun. You know, a two paternoster, couple of bits of cuttle on there, lasts forever. I've got to sort these reels out. There, I've got to sort these reels out, get them. I'll just leave them on the boat. It's shocking really, because they're 475 quid, these reels. Don't look after anything. But what I'm doing, that tide's starting to move, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start to flick my jig now up there a bit. Not that it matters too much, but we'll just flick it out over here a bit. Now that blood, that's not the fish, that's me. That's where that bloody jig got me. So we're in 30 foot of water. Beautiful. Great fun. I've just got to be aware there's a buoy to my starboard side there. So they probably net this area here for lobster, you know, lobster and crab. There you go. There you go. That does feel a little bit mackerel-y, that. I don't know. Alright, little one. There you go. Beauty. While we're on the drift, so this is a new one they bought out, these slow pitch. I've been on about them for ages and ages and ages, and then they finally come up with them. So well done, Matt. Right, slap him back. That's it. Let's get me deck wash on here. Don't want to get my new floor dirty. That'll kick in a minute. Quite powerful. Just takes a little while just for it to. There we go. Get my blood off the deck. The guys from U-Deck Tidal Works are down, and they wanted to measure the sides up, but I'm having too much fun to bomb in. I think they'll be there till about 1:30. I don't know what the time is now. What's the time? 20 past 12. The trouble is it takes you, because you can only do 10 knots up that small boat channel and ride the way up. You know, it takes you longer to get there than it does to get out here. So when I go back, I'll follow my route on autopilot, which will take me straight back into Port Solent. And I'm not going to bother with the lure rod today. So the drift's picking up now. We're doing 1.2, 1.3. So we're on this flood tide. That's why I'm having to flick it up a little bit. The skip don't like it at all. It's been sent to Coventry. I don't know how many we've had. Half a dozen wrasse, I think. Just do a short little video for you guys, just to really, you know, I'm getting a bit bored. They got registration going on, and no disrespect, it's a bit boring. So I'm not really, I don't want to hang around with that. I'll end up getting caught up looking after the stand or doing something. I've got to see Charlie. He's got me some new clothing and a new mat. But I said I'd take him out on the Saturday, but I think it's going to be too rough. Which it doesn't matter too much in this boat, but it's got to be for all the boats. They've got some small boats there, you know, little old Quicksilvers and that are slammed to pieces. Since I've had this one, you know, I love that Parker, but it's nothing to this. And touch wood, you know, you saw me on, I don't know, I just put an Instagram story up. 3,400 revs, you're doing 26 knots. Mate, it's awesome. It revs to 4.2. I don't need to go any faster. I come all the way down at 3,000 revs. I had a little knock there. At 3,000 revs, and it was doing between 17 and 20 knots, depending, you know. It was a little bit rough coming across the Loo Channel, across, you know, the Loo part of it. I don't know exactly what it's all called, but it was a little bit lumpy there. And it's going to be on Sunday. It's not going to be a super pleasant drive, but I've got to get back, you know. I've got not only me, my poor old Skip, but I've got my mum as well to look after. So she's looking after, I think Pip's looking after my mum, rather than my mum looking after the dog. But come on, let's have one more. What I'll do is I think I'll perhaps catch one or two more and go in, have a little bit of lunch and chill. But the sun guard, Wayne Chapman done for me, works the treat. Really, you know, you can see it now. I've changed my sounder to white, so that gives me a better view. And you know what? I've taken the trails off of the back unit because I don't need them, because I've got the trails on the front and I steer from the front, so that's not jamming up that area. I think what I'll do is let's go back round, back to where we were, the killing zone. So I've just gone round on the same sort of drift as I was to start with. We'll give it one more drift and then we go in, eh? You know what it's like, let's catch one more fish. You've been told to get in, haven't you? You can behave yourself. Just keep adjusting me eye. Come on, one more fish. And I'm bombing and see these U-deck. What I'm doing is I've got the bail arm off and I'm just adjusting it with my thumb. So if I catch, I'll just flick the bail arm on. What a glorious day. There you go. The bail arm on. Tighten that up a little bit. You've been told to get in, haven't you? Another little wrasse. Baby little one. Oh, it's just come off. No, I think that was a Balian. It was a real little brown one. I could have taken a photo and showed my mate John, he'd know straight away. Let's get a pretty green one, a really nice green one would be nice. You can see that, I don't know if you can hear that. It's a riptide over there. There must be some shallow water there where it's coming across the rocks. So I don't know this area. I'm just sticking to where I was sort of told because you know, blimey, I don't want to grind out here. But that's those waves, you can't see that on that camera. Yeah, there you go. So you can't see that on that camera, but there's waves that they must be coming across the rocks. This is only very small. Now I wonder if this is a Balian. There you go, you tell me. Right, Skip, in. 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 Right, let's get him back. Nicely little lip hooked. Well, I'm really enjoying myself. I was umming and ahhing whether to come out today, and I thought, oh, it's, you know, that's all coming out the lot. It's going to be loads of people coming in and whatever else, and, you know, just do it. Why not? Another little video for you guys and a few fish for me. You know, really, we've only been an hour, haven't we? Let's end it on a nice big, pretty wrasse. Yeah, you can hear that riptide. So I reckon little boat like Adam's got, he'd be across that. That's where the bass would be. He'd be all over that. As I said, I'm not fishing for bass. To, you know, I just want. We had that rogue one, didn't we? But I'm a wrasse. We're wrassing today. Trying to tap that jig right on top without losing it. Just here they go. Look, just aggravates them. They get really peed off with it. You're in their territory. Try and be gentle with him. Hopefully it's a pretty one. There you go. Another banner. Right, just hold him with a rag. Get that hook out. Slap him. I know it sounds strange, but that's what you do. You smack them, belly flop them, and they just go back. I said one more and we go. We're keeping on. Want to get one more pretty one. Let's put it that way. One more pretty one. And I don't think, really and truthfully, I don't think it mattered if I used the Candy King or the other one. As I said, really and truthfully, it's about aggravating these wrasse, pissing them right off. I got some gulp in there. I was going to use that today and muck about, try different things, but this is working, isn't it? So why you know, why change? Oh, when I get back, the boat's going to be polished. I had a message from George. He's going to polish it hopefully the next couple of weeks. Then it comes out in August the 25th. Have all the anodes changed that need doing on the engine and leg. Actually got to put some more oil in the leg, because believe it or not, I've done probably, by the time I get back, about another 60 hours. So by the time August comes, I'll be on about 85, 90. It's just as well get it changed. So it's quite an expensive, for me, someone like me who does a lot of hours, it's an expensive hobby. So what I'm gonna do is, when I sell my house, I'm gonna I mean, that engine's pretty good, isn't it? I was gonna run it into the ground, but we'll see how we get on. But I'm gonna put a brand new Yanmar, slightly bigger engine in there. Nathan said he'll squeeze it in, and a D4 leg. I think it's a D4 leg, which will only need servicing sort of, well, you do, you know, oil change or whatever, but you do it every year. But you know, only needs doing every 2 years, you know, so it'll save, you know, because really and truthfully it's £200 for a lift and hold. And then, you know, Nathan, bless him, he don't charge me a lot. I think it was, I don't know what it was, 70 quid or something just to change the oil. But you know, you're still talking another 300 quid, aren't you, if I'm doing that 3 times a year? It's a lot of money, isn't it? Come on, let's get one more. There's that boy popping up. It looks like that's been down there for years, that one. Barnacles on it and all sorts. But it's not like Sovereign Harbour, you know, where you got all the cuttle pots and God knows what everywhere. You still got to be aware, but I think I only saw three pots that I had to sort of be aware of, and they had flags on them. So you know, Sovereign Harbour is a nightmare. You know, I mean, it's good ground, isn't it? So the old commercials need it, you know, and fair play to them, you know, they got to make a living. But for the old, you get it caught around your propeller, and unfortunately that's going over. Now this is slightly shallow a bit, but it looks quite, I'm in a gully here, so it looks quite nice. So let's just try this. So we're only in 26 foot of water. There's a few boats around me, so they must be, I reckon they're either trying to get mackerel, or they may well be toping. He's on anchor. So I'm running right down a gully here, but the ground looks awesome. There's a fish there, mate. Jig's being swept away because we're only in 15 foot of water here. Jig's being swept away. I'm not going to up the jig because I'm only going to catch one more fish and then I'm going to go. So let's just flick it this way. Ground looks absolutely superb. Real rough, rocky, sort of kelpy, rassy. It's not going down. Oh dear. It's getting swept away. I think I've still got the jig, I'm not sure. I think I have. Do you know what? I'm going to call it. I've had a fantastic day. Listen, we've had a few little fish, only a couple of hours out here. I'm going to get myself back in and see if I can see the tidal works, guys. Thanks very much for watching the video. Be back in Eastbourne next week. I'm going to go back on Sunday. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.